Hey guys, welcome back to another Saturday Live. Super pumped to have another guest on the show. Yet again. Okay, so I am back with the Spectrum Girl. I actually know this lady through Instagram, and I started following you maybe, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago or something like that. And I really enjoy your posts. They're very well done. And I do believe that you are not getting enough eyeballs on your content. So anybody who's watching and listening right now needs to go and follow the Spectrum Girl. I will leave links in the show notes and in the description of these videos so you can check her out. Anyway, Charlotte, do you want to introduce yourself and tell us what you do?
Yeah, hi. My name is Charlotte. I'm Norwegian, and I am newly discovered autistic, or no, well, the past couple of years or so. And I'm almost 40 years old, so it's kind of late that I found out that I got my diagnosis, and also I have ADD and the inattentive ADHD type, and yeah, so. Basically, I started Instagramming with the Spectrum Girl last year. So 1 year ago. It's not been 1 year yet, but wow. I just found this whole community on Instagram and was just like, wow, so many cool people and nice people, and I've learned so much about myself and about other people, and like self-acceptance, and what a ride. I'm so happy I found all of this.
Amazing. And you know, so you only use Instagram. That's your only platform for distributing content, right?
Yes, so far, yeah, because I am a little bit I'm struggling a bit with executive functioning, and so I'm thinking I'm better off starting with small, just with one thing.
Build up. Yeah, 100%. And I think it works really well because, you need to have like one focus platform, I think, when you're doing something, especially when you have advocacy. So that work is really important to kind of just narrow down to like one audience type when you're just starting out. Because I did it, first of all, I started on YouTube before I did anything else. And then I moved over to the other platforms to do content on those. And I've seen a bunch of your posts, and that's just so well done. So the question I have to ask is, do you edit do you make those images yourself?
Yeah. So like the images, I just take them with my iPhone and just edit them in like, what's called just normal editing thing.
Sure,
and with colors and stuff like that. And yeah, and filters and stuff like that, like making it look more light and fresh and colorful.
But it's like you do like you do a lot of like the written content, like you swipe. Yeah, you like swipe for written content, right?
Oh yeah. You mean the slides, like my graphics?
Yeah. You do a lot of that kind of content.
I used to be a graphic designer.
Okay, that makes sense. It's so good.
So, but thank you so much. I actually quit being a graphic designer 3 years ago or so, when I hit my big autistic burnout and I became suicidal and all of that. So I didn't know at the time that I was always autistic, and that's why I became so burned out. And being a graphic designer is quite difficult. Because you have to always talk to clients, so it involves talking to so many people and meeting so many people, and
all the time,
and sitting in open floor office and all of that, and it just killed me. And also I had so many conflicts at workplaces with bosses and colleagues that people called me rude all the time, and I'm like, what? No, I'm not. I did not mean that way. I didn't mean. So I just got so tired of explaining all the damn time, every day. I was like the villain in any situation. I got so depressed that I just went to the doctor one day. I think it's 3 years ago. That was in 2018. And I said, if I go back to work, I'm going to die. Like, I'm going to kill myself. And I was really, 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 really depressed. So, but it's fine now. I'm good now. No worries.
Good. I'm glad.
So, but it's difficult to be a designer because you have to interact with so many difficult clients, and then that becomes a problem when I'm really, it's important to me with the justice, like things are fair. And
yeah. You have
of course, and if you see that the client is choosing some really bad design option, then it's so difficult for me to like not say anything. And also like my bosses would become really upset with me, even though I was right, like I was factually correct. I would become the villain anyway. So I couldn't deal with that anymore. I just became more and more, frustrated and depressed, and it just went to hell. So, but anyway, that's why probably my slides and my Instagram looks a little bit like I'm doing. But actually, to be honest, I have thrown out the window kind of all of the rules of a graphic designer. So it's probably people in the graphic design community would probably like laugh at my slides and think they look cheesy, but I don't care anymore. I don't care.
You got to do you, right? And I think they look great. And I think you're offering a lot of value to people. I mean, it's not the style of the thing that helps; it's the information that's within it. So I think you're absolutely right to just ignore the rules of kind of like pressure to do something a certain way and just keep doing what you're doing. So how did you come about thinking that you were going to use Instagram as a way of communicating your kind of newly diagnosed autism spectrum condition? Like, what was that process?
Yeah, I found a couple of memes about autism or Asperger's, like back when it was still kind of okay to say Asperger's. and I found some memes and I was like, oh, what is this? It's like somebody's in my head. And then it kind of, it ignited this old, in 2016, I started to consider that maybe I have Asperger's, and because I didn't, I saw a woman on TV talking about it. Like, I'm 30 years old and I'm not functioning at work, and I'm like, it was more than that, of course, but that's when I started thinking about it. But I kind of threw away that idea because people kind of laughed at me when I said I think I'm autistic, like I think I have Asperger's, and they kind of laughed at me, so I threw it away. Until 2018, when I had my big burnout and I was like bedridden for 1 year, and I started going to therapy. And then I saw these memes on Instagram, and I went to my therapist and I took some tests online and I showed it to my therapist, and he's like, "Oh my God, we need to do something about this." And then the ball started to roll, and I got sent to a neuropsychologist, and I took all of these cognitive tests and all of those paperwork, all of that, and then I'm like, yeah, you have like a very high score. And I'm like, oh, really? Yeah, that's good. And so here I am. I started to Instagram like around, because of that.
Wow. That's super interesting. Really no, it's perfect. This is what it's for. This is what I wanted to do. I like to interview females on my channel because I feel like it's so much misrepresentation. There's not a lot of female influencers influencing younger girls, coming up and dealing with the kind of issues that you probably dealt with. So this is perfect to hear your story. It's great for them. So in terms of like, your day-to-day life, I mean, do you have kids? Are you married? Like, do you still have do you have a job or?
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm having problems just like getting to a short answer.
That's fine. That's fine.
I have to tell let's start from my childhood to give you that simple, and I'm gonna just cut to the chase. No, I don't have a family, like children or a boyfriend or a husband, and I'm just living here all by myself, like totally Bridget Jones style, and eating ice cream and singing to myself. I have 2 rabbits, but they are going away tomorrow. I have to rehome them because of an illness that I have with the crystals in my inner ear that makes me dizzy when I lean over.
Oh no.
And the bunnies triggered it because I hadn't had an episode for like a year, and I thought I was okay, and then I got bunnies and I had to like tilt my head very low all the time. So it triggered the balance nerve again. And like everything starts spinning. So now I have to rehome them. So I'm going to be like completely alone, like tomorrow.
Oh my goodness. So is it labyrinthitis, the condition?
Oh, it's BPPV, like vertigo. It's a
Yes,
very
yeah.
complex, benign, postural, paroxysmal vertigo. I can't.
So you so you spend a lot of time with your hospital and stuff, and I guess you had a few visits to the doctor, right?
Yeah, with the vertigo thing.
Yeah.
With the well, so some other things too, of course.
But dude, you know what? So this is really funny. One of the things that I find quite interesting about your Instagram channel, it's very open and honest. Like a lot of people will just use a lot of influencers and people who are like, in our kind of autism community will just go on there and just like use it as a journal or a way of venting any issues they have, right? They'll just write posts and they'll get angry and stuff. But what I like about your Instagram is that you'll just go live and you're like, oh, I'm cooking, I'm making this, I'm making that. And it's just so nice to just like feel feel like kind of like, this is a typical person just doing the typical things, but obviously they have the same issues as you, and I think that's really nice. And this is why I encourage everybody to check out your Instagram page, because it's so well done and it's so like genuine, and I think that kind of is a miss sometimes, even I'm kind of will follow that, I have like an image that I put on my Instagram that like I keep it like that, because I don't put like, I don't release my son's name. I don't release my son's face on Instagram or any of my social medias. I keep his life private. But and so I suppose there is a benefit from it, just for you living alone. You get to kind of put whatever you want up, right? And that's it.
Yeah.
But the reason I asked is because having
I have nothing more to lose.
No, not like that. It's just that you have so much to offer, right? And I think one of the things that fascinates me is that when you have people who are on the spectrum and they have like children, or they have like like a husband or a wife, and then that can cause more chaos in certain areas because of the difficulties that will present in like a third party. So when you're on the spectrum and you have like issues with certain things, when you add a third party into that, like a child or a husband or a wife, those things can become like other issues that you have to deal with. So what's it like living on your own then? I mean, how do you find self-living and stuff?
To interact only with myself, you mean?
Yeah, and function of daily life. Like, are you able to like cook and stuff on your own, and can you clean things okay?
I want to turn around the camera and show you all my mess. I could probably like show you all the mess I have behind me here. I can't keep my life. So, like I don't function at all. It's like even worse I have a corner in the kitchen. It's like I'm a total mess. That's my ADD, I think. The ADD, because I just start procrastinating too much and think and just float and then my autistic side really is bothered by it. It wants to have more order, but still there's this very conflicting. But I can't. I think also because I have had the rabbits, they have kind of interfered with my normal routine. So they're kind of, I think they have made it even worse, that I'm even more messy because I have to take care of the rabbits. So maybe I will become a little bit more organized after they leave. I hate to say it, and it's like really, I feel evil when I say it, but I'm curious to see, because I feel like maybe I was a little bit more organized before I had the rabbits. Like you say, you could see me making cooking videos and stuff. And now that you mention it, I don't think I've made any cooking videos after I got the rabbits, like in February.
Wow.
I think I completely stopped. So maybe, I think maybe I'm going to function a lot better when they're gone.
Dude, it's so funny because like your hair is perfect. It's like it's on point right now. Like you are so put together. Like, you know what I mean? Like the Princess Leia thing going on. I love it. It's cool.
She has them further down on the side.
She does. They're more like buns, right?
Space buns.
Yeah, it's very 90s. It's very like European 90s like dance music right now. So So what kind of stuff, like what kind of day-to-day stuff like really causes issues for you? Like, grocery store shopping or like washing clothes, washing dishes? Like what's
Like
the
what causes the fuse?
what causes you most issues? Like,
Oh, causes me most issues. Yeah. That is if too many things happen at once. I will lose my mind. I will lose my head. Will just fall off my body and be on the floor looking around. No, like a headless chicken. I will be
yeah,
running around. Like, yeah, that's it doesn't like it needs to be one thing I'm doing at a time. Oh
yeah,
man, now I realize like why everything got so messy when I got the rabbits, because I can only take care of myself, obviously, like one
right.
thing at a time. But
Definitely.
I'm rehoming them because of my crystal thingy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why.
It's
I'm,
it's super super interesting. Like I do find it fascinating because like I if I was to live alone, nothing would get done. I wouldn't be able to cook. I wouldn't be able to. I can't really manage cleaning and organizing things. My girlfriend does all of those things with me, and
yeah,
helps me. And so I think it's such an achievement that you can like you have this like self-contained apartment. I'm kind of like envious of that. It's kind
uh,
of cool. I look up to that. I think it's
it's
cool.
small, very small.
It's good.
It's 26 kvadratmeter. I don't know what kvadratmeter is in English. Square meters.
Yes, yeah, it is. Yeah, square meter.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's
good.
just 26. It's just so small. My bathroom is bigger than my sleeping cave.
Sleeping cave. Well,
Yeah.
maybe you could do like a tiny house tour on your
Yeah.
channel. That'd be cool.
After I've cleaned up after the
The
poor
rabbits have gone.
bunny have gone.
Okay, so
Poor, yeah.
here's a question on Charlotte. Since you've been such an interesting guest, what would you like to say to girls who may have been in the same, who may be in the same position that you were in back in 2016, 2017, 2018, before you got your diagnosis? What would you say to those girls who may be listening and watching right now?
Well, I would say to them that there's always a way to find understanding about yourself, and if you're confused and feeling like there's no hope, of course there is hope, because I almost like literally almost gave up, and I actually did give up, and but I'm here.
We're all
So,
thankful for that.
and also thank you, don't be scared of medications. That's something I was scared of my entire life. Now I'm regretting it. I started way too late on antidepressants, and it's
Mm.
not for everyone, but I would recommend, if you're like really freaking depressed, like try it. It's not the end of the world. Like try it, or ADHD medication, whatever. It could really help. Like if like that, I would also recommend, like
100%.
try that. In therapy, go to therapy, go and talk to people, and get away from toxic people.
Oh
If
yeah.
you're around toxic people, just like, yeah,
That's amazing.
and
Thank you
don't,
so much.
yeah,
I didn't mean to cut you off.
well,
Sorry, you were going to say something else. You said don't.
no, yeah. That is fine. I'm talking constantly.
No,
Like I
it's
can
absolutely
never
fine.
stop.
No, no, it's fine. It's same here. Like I get told off. People are
I
always like, "Let your guest speak," and I'm like, like talking constantly.
yeah, we're very alike like that. I talked so much. I was on the TV interview last week on Norwegian Breakfast TV, and
Mm.
I just talked and talked and talked, and then suddenly the interviewer said, "Well, Charlotte, thank you for coming." And I was like, "Huh?" It's like, it was just finished.
That's so funny,
Yeah,
dude.
it was
Oh my
just
god.
finished, but it went fine.
Right. So, if people want to find you on the internet and find out more about your life and your rabbits and everything else that's going on with you, how do they find you? On Instagram, and is that the best place?
Yeah, it's the only place right now.
Cool. And what's the Instagram handle? It's at the Spectrum Girl.
Yeah, at the Spectrum Girl.
Perfect.
Just straight ahead.
Excellent.
Mm.
I will leave a link in the show notes and in the description of this video so you guys can directly go and check out the Spectrum Girl. Charlotte, you've been amazing. Thank you so much for coming on the
Thank
show.
you. Thank you. Thank you very much.